Hello, this is that Childfree guy here, and I have a couple of Childfree stories for you. I've got two of them today. So this first one is something that I find happens a lot. Like, I love to travel. I love traveling. I went to Paris, and I'm so glad that they rejected the far right in their elections. But I love to travel. I don't mind taking a look at where I can go. I have a Paris pass, and I need to use that before the end of next year. And I kind of want to go. I got to figure out when I can go. Maybe once at Christmas, and then maybe again at Easter or something. But either way, traveling is so amazing, and it's really tough when you've got kids because you gotta think about the fact that they're gonna. It's just travel is horrible. Travel is just kids just add another dimension of travel that I'm just not used to dealing with. So this child-free woman had been planning her dream vacation for ages, and she's prepared to pay $9,000 for it. And her cousin called her disgusting. Here we go. I spent a lot of money on an all-inclusive luxury 10-day vacation to Grenada. We have a small villa with a butler, a private pool, and a hot tub. It's for my husband's 28th birthday and I spent over a year waiting for it and we leave in 2 weeks. Anyway, my leech of a cousin, 26 female like me, with two kids by her loser high school boyfriend, called me absolutely disgusting spending that much on a trip, and you've changed since the movies and the book deals. You're not the girl I used to know. Mind you, I only told her this because she asked me to watch her kids and I told her I'd be out of town. She asked where and I told her. Then she asked me how much that would cost and freaked out when I told her. She said she could feed her kids with months with that kind of money. I told her I understand, but I made the decision not to have kids and save my money wisely on a daily basis so I can afford to take extremely nice vacations twice a year. Ooh, you did not. Okay, OP, you did not hold back. And I love this because I'm sick and tired of people acting like they're entitled to my time. You are not. I choose to spend time with you. You're not entitled to it. Get bent. Okay, anyway, okay. I'm tired of no one in my family being happy for me. Ever. Even though I don't brag. They have more kids than they can afford with too little to no disposable income as a result, even the high earning ones. So please, let me brag for just once. I bought myself a 4-bedroom new construction house with no help from anyone. I'm going to Jamaica in January for 12 years to 2 weeks and dropping 14 thou on that. So I guess I'm going straight to hell. No one is happy for you when you're 26, high earning, happily in love, and child free. I remember, you know what? I remember this post from Child Free for Life. I'll link that card here. Cause yeah, you know what? We need to normalize celebrations outside of children. Like, yeah, you got pregnant and you had a child. That's great for you. But I'm tired of adults only being celebrated when they have kids. That's not remarkable in the grand scheme of things. You had a child. That's great for you. But someone who doesn't have kids having a great like having being able to buy that house like that, come on. That's an achievement. So let's go to the comments here. No one is happy for you when you're 26, high earning, happily in love, and child free. Can confirm that they're still not happy when you're 33, high earning, happily in love, and child free. The lack of social support among family and friends is palpable. Good for you for taking that vacation. Sounds awesome. OP says, they're all salty bits. Not our problem. Next one, same. Exact same. My husband and I are 26, high earning, happily in love, and child free, and people still truly spend their time keeping score on what we buy. We just purchased a robot lawnmower to mow our lawn for us and a new truck, and everyone has something to say about every purchase, like we're selfish for working hard and treating ourselves. OP chimes in with, right. It's none of their business, but they can't help but ask, then get annoyed when you tell them the truth. Third comment is, she's just jealous, so am I. But you deserve your vacation, good fortune, and happiness because it's something you worked for. I hope you can distance yourself from your cousin before her and her boyfriend start harassing you for money, which does seem like something that'd be on the horizon. Gotta protect yourself. And then, of course, we see this one. She's been hinting that she needs a new fridge for a while now, so I have to go full no contact. I'm very sad because we were close as children, but I have no choice. Kids have rotted her brain and made her bitter. She's not happy with her life and doesn't want anyone else to be. Yes, that's exactly it. Okay, so I am going to go ahead to our second story, and this will be our last story here. Okay, we are separating. Ooh, and that's what it's called here. If I'm with somebody who decides, here we go. My wife changed her mind. My wife, 30 female, has decided that she wants to have a child before she's 32, and now we're separating. When we first got together, I, 33 female, made it very clear that I never want children and do not see that as a future for myself. Her and I were always on the same page with this, even throughout our 9-year marriage. Well, I guess until this past year, even 2 years now, that she's been more honest about her feelings as we navigate our divorce. Throughout our relationship, we've both been extremely vocal about how being child free is the right decision for us. On several occasions, she's even told me that the very thought of carrying a child is not for her. Both of us have taken part lurking this sub, talking about all the reasons to not have children for years. Well, we've also discussed how the desire is simply not there, even if the state of the world were different, and that we enjoy our dual income child free lifestyle. We do have 3 animals, one dog, and that we adopted 1 year on for our 1 year wedding anniversary, and 2 cats we adopted a year ago this past April. We've been talking about not wanting kids, we've talked about pets, so I was happy with our little family and thought she was too. Until a year ago, when I noticed a shift in her. We'd be running errands and she'd say, let's take a look at baby clothes even though we're not having one. I found this odd since we'd never done that before and I'm not sure why we would now. I'd ask her why and she'd respond with, small clothes are cute even if we're not having kids. And thought to myself, I guess that's valid, but pushed it to the back of my mind. A few months go by and she starts sending me reels of toddlers and children's clothes on Instagram. I asked her why she's doing this and she just says things like, they're cute, don't you think so? And my reply was always, sure, I guess. I don't really feel much about this, etc. At that point, I brought up how we're child free and I'm a little confused by the recent toddler interest since the decision on my end hasn't changed. Her response to that was very, oh yeah, I know. Now let's rewind to a few months ago when she finds out that her sister is pregnant and things take a more drastic shift to where she starts asking me things like, would you never be open to a child even if I had it and you didn't have to be a part of raising it? First of all, no, I'm child free. Second of all, no, that sounds like a terrible way to live as a couple and not healthy for the child. Well, since her sister's pregnancy, these types of questions keep coming up, and the conversation becomes a circle where at the end I tell her that if she wants a child, then we simply cannot be together because that is not what I want. So here we are today, officially going through a divorce, separating our fully intertwined life of 10 years together and 9 years married because she decided she can't sacrifice her desire for a child to stay together. I respect her choice, and I understand the risk of someone always changing their mind, but I really did believe we were in this together. I feel my entire world crumbling. I'm just so devastated that this is how our marriage is ending. Even today, she told me again how sorry she is and how she wishes she didn't want a baby, but she does. And if it weren't for all that, we'd still be together and probably have been together forever. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. This is. Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna go to the comments here. Bullet dodged. She was trying to pull the old exposure therapy manipulation and reproductive coercion gambit on you. Yikes. Couldn't even just be straight up honest with you after 10 years? Yikes. Like, even if you wanted a kid, you would be an idiot to have one with her if that's her sub-zero level of respect for you. Not to mention the shit decision making, inability to communicate, lack of self-awareness. Pity her future kids. They're going to hate her. Sounds like she is either competitive with or jealous of her sister or begging for attention from her parents like an addict. But in the end, it doesn't matter as long as you're out of the mess and far away from the dumpster when it goes up in flames. Comment number 2. I am so sorry this is happening to you, OP. Sounds like you didn't deserve this. However, I want to applaud you on standing on efforts to stand your ground. I, 35 female, never wanted kids, so I think your choice of staying child free is the smartest in doing otherwise would have probably ruined your relationship anyway in the long run. But again, not many people choose themselves in these complicated moments, so you did though. You have the power. Stay strong. You did the right thing. Soon things will clear up and they will get better little by little. Try to take it easy and lean on your friends and family. You already have the best love of all, love for oneself. With that, happiness will come to you. A child against your will is definitely not the way, neither of you, your wife, or any child to be born. Our penultimate comment is, I'm sorry this is happening. I'm dumbfounded that anyone would say you wouldn't have to raise it. It is never ever true, and anyone who implies that is either dumb or manipulative. The very first time that baby is crying and you refuse to help, you're the bad guy. You'd be the heartless observer. I'm glad you're setting firm boundaries. It sucks that you'll be happier in the long run not having compromised on such a big life choice. Last comment. I hope she didn't turn over this leaf because of her sister's pregnancy and the energy people give pregnant attention people give pregnant women, and then turns right back when she sees firsthand how exhausting and all-consuming mothering is. That would be a tragic waste. Edit. No, I mean it. Every so often on r/childfree, people admit that sometimes they get baby fever, and it is so powerful and strange, and it comes out of nowhere. And how scary would it be if it didn't go away in time? Sometimes you just get in that state of mind, completely different from what you are and who you are, and you make these decisions, and you don't even realize until it's all over. I mean, seemingly sensible people still buy timeshares. How devastating would it be for OP's soon-to-be ex-wife a year from now comes out of it and realize that it was just her getting into the spirit of someone else's celebration? And OP replies, this thought is what makes me sick to my stomach. What if it was all for nothing? She's even said that it's possible she'll get to a point and still end up not having kids and possibly regret this choice. But I can't stand around and wait to see if that happens, nor does she want me to, since she is currently set in the mindset that she does want one and is going to start that process. She's even said maybe we'll end up back together if that happens, to which I made it very clear it will not be the case. I've already set boundaries, and more boundaries will occur over the next few months as things finalize and I settle into my new place. I need no contact to move on, and for me, moving on means moving on and never looking back. I am OP. That's the best decision for you. Okay, if my boyfriend decided that he wanted to have a child now, I would be like, okay, you're gonna have it with somebody else because that's not happening with me. I will not. And thankfully as a gay man that's not going to be um, that's not going to be something that I'd have to worry about consistently, at least, But yeah, I am absolutely child free. I've already did that. I've already done that. I'm not going to do the 24/7 thing. So, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of That Child Free Guy, and I hope you have such a wonderful day and a wonderful and child free day. See you soon.